Hi everyone, it's Dee. Thank you for joining me for part 3. I'm anxious to finish this one and get on to the next one. So, thank you for joining me, and hello and welcome to all my new subscribers out there. I will be finishing the PDF files shortly, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing next, but I am praying about it. So I always, before I start, I always will bow my head and bow my heart to the Lord and say, Lord, let the words of my mouth, the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight. While I continue finish and reading the part 3, I have set the time of the end by my destroyer, which we know to be Planet X, or Nibiru. So I left off, I just want to quickly talk about where I left off. The enemies include almost every elected official that have high rank and authority. The financial system that you have will be brought down after this once and for all. The financial system being brought down now. But then he talks about DJT and BHO, and then he talks about the difference between them, but they're really on the same side. One is a scapegoat, but the other one is Satan himself is indwelling in him. And he talks about the Antichrist, and we know all the adjectives of what the Lord in the Bible calls the Antichrist. You know, the 12th Imam Mahdi, the Assyrian, etc., the little horn, the man of lawlessness, and then he tells us who he is. So now, as I've told you before, the worldwide lockdown was a test. The kings of the earth will again impose lockdowns and enforce them with military troops. The vast majority of the people upon the earth have complied to the restrictions that have been put upon them to remain silent as they lead them like compliant sheep to the slaughter. This is why they demand that those made in my image cover their faces as part of their spell. In the next so-called wave of this man-made pestilence, they will release a pestilence that's much deadlier than what was released before. This will most severely affect those who have previously taken their inoculations and tests because of the poison ingredients that are in them that would be activated. This will instill fear upon the people, so they will comply with their demands to take whatever the government tell them to, and many will demand their supposed cure. So this is probably coming up real soon now. My people, you're not to fear this, for I have said no plague shall come near those who are in the secret place of the Most High. That's in the spirit with him. Men in high positions want to deliver their inoculations with military personnel. You will have to make a stand and refuse it. Ask me for strength, and it will be given to you by my spirit. Many shall face death because of their refusal, but some will also be forcefully injected against their will, but I will not allow their poison to affect those who know me and stand for me. So that's a great plus. We don't have to fear. They want to be able to track all the survivors of the calamities that are coming to the earth. So this must be done before it reaches its height of destruction, which is during the sixth seal. So go back and read Revelation chapter 6. Sixth seal is going to be huge. Big, huge earthquake happens. This is when it all starts. Okay, they also want to change the DNA of those made in my image so that they are no longer made in my image, but in the image of the one that they worship, which is Satan. He wants what I have, but he'll never have it. That's total control and knowledge of everything that happens upon the earth. This is what he will try to do with his mark combined with advanced technology, with the advanced technology of the 5th, 6th, and 7th generation to try to achieve his goal. But I will take it down with my destroyer, with Planet X, he's saying. But those who take his mark will be his forever and part of his army. He will gather his army against me, but I will cast the 2 beasts into the lake of fire and slay all of his army with the sword that's in his mouth. He'll just go poof, probably, and that'll be the end of them. I say, once again, do not fear, my beloved. Those who know me will be safe underneath the shadow of my wings in the secret place of the Most High. So that's encouraging for us. This is true, though many of my own will be taken from the earth by the destroyer. So some of us are just going to have to realize that, we're not all going to go. Some of us are going to die first. Some of us are going to be captive, taken captive. He's got the plan for us, It's the way it is. The secret place of the Most High is a place in the spirit with me, not a physical location. It is by my mercy when I take my own home to be with me. It's not a judgment upon them. To live in this world and be lights in the darkness is to emulate me, but to die is truly a great gain. I will receive each one of you into my own, I will receive each one of my own into my waiting arms. They shall be with me forever. Those who need more testing and refining will be left upon the earth so that they can learn to overcome sin. And most will make the ultimate sacrifice and die for me. My faithful remnant bride will help these out of many impossible situations and help me reap the final the final great harvest. Then we shall all go and eat the marriage supper of me and my bride. How we long for that day. After that we shall never be separated again. On the other hand, my enemies will be crushed and utterly destroyed. My enemies will not escape my wrath, no matter what they do, no matter where they go and hide. Some of them plan to escape to a place off of this planet, but I already know where they will be, and they will suffer my wrath. They believe things will be like what has happened in the past, when the earth was made dark, lifeless, and void, and they had their free reign. But things were changed when we made man in our image and breathed our spirit into him. He was to take dominion over the earth, but this was usurped because of sin. Okay, I came as a sacrifice for that sin, so my spirit would once again live in man and to give dominion over the earth back to my sons and daughters. Our will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven. All will know that I am, and that's capitalized, the Most High God, YHVH. I shall rule with a rod of iron from my throne in Jerusalem with my victorious overcomers that obey my commands. Every knee shall bow to me, every tongue shall confess that I, Yahushua HaMashiach, am Lord of all. There is no other. So that's the end of the message. Revelation 6:12 through 17, Jeremiah 4:7 through 9 for you to read. Okay, thank you. Have a blessed evening, everyone. Thank you.